Hey teachers, ever feel like your life might be out of balance?
Well, we're going to help you get it back on track. Hey, cool teachers, thanks for joining us. Since you're here, press like because good things happen to those who like. Specifically for this episode, Christina Nunez Crowell from Colonia, New Jersey. I didn't screw that up. That is amazing.
Colonia, New Jersey.
Yeah, she pressed like, and we're going to send her some cool teacher stuff. Very
Great.
cool. Today we're going to talk about a good work-life balance as a teacher, because it's really important, isn't it, Barbara?
I think so. I think a lot of teachers would probably identify with things like, I'm overwhelmed, or I don't have enough time for this, my family is suffering, how am I going to deal with all this work as a teacher? Because, teachers really don't work 40-hour work weeks, but they really should, or maybe even less.
And so work-life balance is super important, and we are taking some great ideas, and we're going to point you to these in the description of Pernille Ripp, a blogger, teacher, and author. And you can read her blog here. You can see it on the screen and click on it down below. She is amazing. We adore her. So we're going to share some of her ideas with you. 7 ways teachers can get their life back in balance.
Yeah, 7 ways teachers can get their life back. All right, here's the first one. Stop grading everything. I know this sounds tantamount to just something that might be even illegal, but as a teacher, you don't have to grade everything. It's like when your phone rings, you don't have to answer it.
No,
when somebody knocks on your door, you don't have to answer your door.
You can do creative and intelligent assessments that do not require you to give specific feedback on everything. An activity for a student to do is for their gain, not for their absolute measurement.
Right, and in fact, in that way, students won't have this sort of feeling that the only reason I'm going to do this is because I'm going to get a grade. If I'm not going to get a grade, I'm not going to do it. Well, what are we teaching our students?
Yeah, she's got a great line in that too. She says, when we teach in a way that the teacher has the final word on assessment, we cannot create conditions for students to take ownership of their own learning.
That's really
the teacher
perfect.
assigns the value, and that's the danger of grading everything.
Yeah, it is.
Another one is, stop decorating your classroom.
Oh.
You come in every weekend, you spend all of this time putting a million things up, and this goes for online teachers too, just trying to craft the look. And the look is important, sure, but you don't need to do that. Use digital tools that students can collaborate on. You can use them. Think Pinterest, think Yellow Dig, right? Google+, Twitter. All of these spaces allow you to create a nice look that does not require you to decorate every last square inch of your classroom.
Right, and you can have students maybe create a news bulletin board in the classroom, but really, in a way, I was thinking about this. As a student or as a teacher, do you really want to walk into a classroom that has all these posters and it's too much clutter for me. I like clean. I like clean.
I do too. We'll talk about that in a future episode.
That's why our lounge looks like this.
Yeah.
It's not clean. Show them you're busy. Close the door to your classroom when you're working, and that way it's a sign that says, leave me alone. No, it's just a sign that says, I'm busy, I'm working, and that way you can be more efficient and get your work done. I do that here at the university all the time, especially during the first week of class when the students are walking around saying, hey, where's this classroom? It's like, oh, sorry, I don't know. Shut the door.
Do not, teachers, fall on your sword of being available 24/7, being the amazing, just pained teacher. Oh yes, I will give up everything so that you can have one little. Don't.
Do you think that maybe happens with new teachers too? They feel like they really have to go out of their way. And we're not saying that, hey, this job is not important. Take it lightly. Don't do any work. But we're saying be really smart with the work you do. So new teachers, especially, listen to that rule. Close your door. Get your work done.
Now I do this a ton. Create a schedule instead of a to-do list. To-do lists you can grow so much larger than you can ever complete. What I do is I'll take my calendar and I'll block out a certain amount of time with attention to one activity.
Okay.
And then at another time, later down the calendar, I'll switch to another activity that I know I need to get done, but I will block out the time to do those things. I'll even set alarms to remind me to switch from doing this to doing this. When you do that, what you do is you allot the time. You can see what your day is going to look like, not just a massive list of to-dos, but you'll be able to recognize, look, I have 2 hours. I'm only going to be able to get these 3 things done. And if I don't get one of them done, I can take that calendar and I can move it to another spot.
And then you get an opportunity to really look at some of the things and think, I don't even need to do this.
Yeah, that's not worth doing.
It's not worth
Right.
doing. I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
All right. Realize, and we talked about this in a Cool Teacher show at the beginning of our show this year, realize you cannot multitask. Research shows, there are few people who can multitask.
Task switching.
Right.
You can
You
jump
can't-
back and forth.
You can't multitask. So decide what you want to do and just focus on that one thing.
And if you haven't
then
seen that
do it.
episode, go back and check it out because it's really, really cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's really cool because I'm in it.
Yep. Set a timer to trick your brain. We give this tip to children all the time when they're doing homework or they need to get a paper started. Set a timer for 15 minutes and just start writing. It doesn't matter what comes out because it begins the process.
Yeah, you get in the flow then, and then all of a sudden the timer goes off and you think, oh, I want to keep writing. I want to finish this task that I'm doing.
And you might also track your time. And actually, we do this quite a bit as it relates to the Cool Teacher Show. We use a free tool called Tracking Time, where you can assign to-dos and relative amount and you can actually see where your time is being spent, and you can make important decisions on how you think you're doing.
I still like rescue time too.
You like rescue time.
Well, I like tracking time because you can set specific tasks to do.
Yep.
But rescue time runs in the background of your computer, and it will show you a detailed list of what you're doing on your computer every day. And it kind of figures out, okay, you're on a social network, you're shopping,
Yep.
you're doing something on Google Docs, so it's really great. And then Pernille says, to cut down on email replies, I would say don't even respond to your email. No, I'm just kidding. But I really try to stay out of your email as much as possible. Do not have those instant notifications pop up. You'll never get anything done. Decide exactly when you're going to attack your email. Cut back on the replies. You don't have to write a lot. In fact, you can even do that. If you're sending out an email, hopefully people know NNTR, no need to respond. If you don't know that, you better. Anyhow, put that in your end of your email. No need to respond. You're just sending an email to somebody, and then they know they don't have to write back and say, thank you. I hate that. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm
TY, a whole email for TY.
Yeah, TY.
Absolutely.
So don't do that. Cut back on your email responses. So those are the 7 tips, but we have 6 more if you want to watch our extracurricular.
Stick around for extracurricular afterwards. Thank you for joining us. Remember always to like and subscribe and be our friend.
Where's that bell? Where's that bell?
Yeah, here
is that it?
There it is.
Okay.
Nice. It's time for us to go. We'll see you next time.
Bye.